Selected Poems by Rafael Arévalo Martínez. The Contemporary Sancho Panza, read by Newgate Novelist. Today Sancho cloaks himself in various disguises. Sancho Panza criticizes. Sancho Panza writes verses. His bearing is the dominie and his speech dogmatic. From 2 crutches hangs his great plethoric paunch. He has the puerilities of grammar, and loves the adolescences of rhetoric. If modernist clothes dress the ideal, in he thrusts his grammatical incisive. He writes the classic sonnet, turns to the estrambote, and laughs in his sleeve at Don Quixote. And the sad and curious thing is that the insane Don Quixote opens a new trail into unknown lands, and when it is beaten by him, comfortably passes the bell-shaped figure of his squire. He has left his ass, he wears fine clothes, and shouts in a loud voice at inns and upon highways. Praise with me all those who renew the tongue, I open new pathways for the young. Never could I tell by what strange accordances behind a madman always walk 100 sane ones. Sancho, good Sancho, I admire your rustic prudence, and I cannot deny that you have in abundance a sense of life which laughs at madness, and which is of 100,000 Sanchos the common sense. Complete to its very full, your derision laughs at the adventures of knighthood, but when peace comes after the battle, you listen to the rebukes of your master, and are silent. For the ballmen, life is forever lovely, since if it slopes, they know how to roll down it. O rotund squire of easy soul and broad face, without Don Quixano the good, what would become of Sancho? Your master misses 100 times, but once he hits, and that sole time is worth more than your dead life. In opening to the mind a sealed path, thus history combines the divine pair. In front, the thin master dragging his squire, and behind the fat servant, laughing, but he comes. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Fragments of Las Imposibles by Rafael Arévalo Martínez, read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. To the students of Honduras and Nicaragua, I am the first love, I am the enchantment, I am the pain of that white form, the time when you wrapped yourself in your cloak and studied here or in Salamanca. Woman is pain, but of all I am she who worst wounds and blinds and maims. I am the first night of the nuptials of the soul, to which none ever came. I launch my glances like falcons to all those virgin souls that give easy prey to women. I am she who smiles on the balconies, full of the moon, in the outskirts, to the poets and the freshmen. Sometimes I was the cousin, cousin mine, white as the flower of the lemon tree, and when you brushed my hand, you gave me more than a body entire. Perhaps I gave you my mouth, but be sure that if you kissed it, it was only once, astride the wall, and I so closely wrapped against the moon, that when I saw you go you went drunk, forehead high, in your smile a prayer, and you kissed the air, and you went blinded by me as by a light shining in all things. Students, you whom Honduras or Nicaragua sends to Guatemala, and who mingle dreams and penury, and live 3 or 4 in a room. Crimson immigration of youths, half bohemians and half singers, sonorous with the preludes of lutes, luminous with the blood of stars, who all know the mad cup, and stand 2 months in your landlord's debt. I am that golden-haired schoolgirl, who, with a kiss which she left on your mouth, pinned a wing to your shoulders, and put the sun in your hearts. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. My Life is a Memory by Rafael Arévalo Martínez. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. When I met her, I loved myself. It was she who had my best singing, she who set flame to my obscure youth, she who raised my eyes toward heaven. Her love moistened me, it was an essence. I folded my heart like a handkerchief, and after I turned the key on my existence. And thus it perfumes my soul with a distant and subtle poetry. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Who Can Tell Me by Rafael Arévalo Martínez. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Who can tell me what we are, we, who mount upon the loins of Pegasus, incomplete creatures? What are we, the poets? Who can tell me what we are? We, who on a continual trot carry madness upon our shoulders, and in our hands the ensign of Quixote, and in our saddlebags many white things. Who, as it were, in episcopal robes, feel ourselves clothed in violets, and write memorials to Christ, for which we find no mail boxes. And, far away, hearing the weary footfall of the pedestrian souls, for in this century they no longer have even asses, we descend to the moist plains, and protected by the woodland trees, we wash our soiled feet in the rivers. We, who at the start, blinded with light, feel ourselves gnawed by the torture of seeing that the crowd has followed us, and that we ourselves are guided by madness, until the voice divine again speaks and says to us, "Arise and walk, blessed be ye, O poor dreamers, who still keep your eyes on the wanderer's star. I once recruited fisher folk, and now I recruit madmen. Forward." End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Sensation of a Smell by Rafael Arévalo Martínez. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. Oh, the wise faces I have carried to my lips like treacherous wines, the simple women I have seated on my knees like branches of flowers, and above all one, with brown hair, who resembled a flower, and who left in my life the vague sensation of a smell. Her diamond eyes had the disquieting look of non-existence, and she gave me the strongest sensation of death I have had of a woman, and the most burning sense of life that I have been able to obtain. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Rest by Rafael Arévalo Martínez. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgate Novelist. When one is so weary that he is unable to rest, and action is a torment, and bed tires still more, only in Holy Mother Earth is the craved relief found, when it covers us in such manner that even the face is hid. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. And end of Selected Poems by Rafael Arévalo Martínez. Thank you for listening.